Jordan-Hare Stadium in Auburn, Alabama. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. It's the Florida Gators and the Auburn Tigers. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Thank you, guys. I have checked in with the Tigers head coach here pregame. He is so pleased with the way this quarterback is playing. As you know, he was a transfer coming in, and they didn't know what they were getting exactly. But he has become one of the leaders of this team. He has proven that he can carry them. If he keeps playing like this, the sky's the limit. I'll keep you posted on how he's settling in here early to start this game. Back to you.
All right, Holly. The Gators will kick off first, and here we go. He'll bring it out. It's Cobb. Stopped at the 29, but found a little running room after coming out of the end zone. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. On the ground, it's Croma. Still on his feet at the 40. Breaks into the open. Past the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Tigers! This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means...
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Tigers sending out their offense, ready to get this drive started. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. 2nd and long here. Trying to run, it's Croma. And he's swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
They've got it right on the edge of the red zone, but they face a 3rd and long. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over. And while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Gibson. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. Sending the offense back to work. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now to see if they can answer on this drive. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
At the 39-yard line. 1st down for the offense.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on 3rd down. Jones wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on 3rd down? And a lot of times, man, it's about being in position and making plays, and that's exactly what he did. The right spot, breaking on the football, being physical, setting the tone in this football game.
Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. They've built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. Using his legs, it's Croma. There he goes. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
He'll bring it out. It's Gibson. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Jones to throw. Out wide left, it's Gibson. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. And the Gators come to the line in the hurry-up. Fresh setter down's going to the air. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked. Maybe even double-team high load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
They'll try to get the first through the air. Out wide right, it's Ball. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Handoff for Ball. Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. DB's right up on the receivers. They'll try to run with Ball. Knocked down immediately.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Sells to fake. Rolls right. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up one on the play.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly and make a decision.
And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Gators! They'll line up to go for 2. Motion from the back. Jones wants to throw it. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Coming out with it, it's Cobb. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Play action on first down. They're all over it. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Quick give. It's Chroma. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. First play of the period, first down here. They'll ride the hot hand. Turning it on. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. Auburn to the line in a hurry. He's over 150 yards rushing, channeling his Lionel Little Train James, James Brooks, Joe Cribbs, Brent Fullwood, a great legacy of Auburn running backs.
And let's go to the age where people like me.
He's taking the shot. And his first throw since coming in is incomplete.
And that's really good discipline by this defense because they've given up some yards on the ground. And so naturally you think, be more aggressive, commit more bodies. Nice job staying patient, playing your responsibility on the outside, not giving up the deep ball, making them earn this, go down the field, and not give up those big plays.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. At the line of scrimmage, but they won't snap it here. They're going to use a timeout instead. They're down to one timeout left in the half. Long way to go on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's not afraid to go deep. On target over the middle. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Got a little grass. He's at the, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. His huge game continues. 3rd time he's gotten hit in this one, and numbers 11, 12, and 13 on the season.
We know football gets harder when you start to get in the red zone and the field shrinks. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back, seeing the hole, exploding through, getting a long touchdown run.
He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. There's certainly still a hill to climb but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
And they fail to hook up on third down.
Well, the defense is waking up now, right? The first drive, they allowed a touchdown. They were a bit scrambled. They kind of all got together, rallied on the sideline. They've been pretty lights out since. Forced a punt on the last possession. They've now got the offense set up in fourth down again. Great job there. Pass defense, third down. This defense now starting to put it together.
So here comes the Auburn offense. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Sells to run, looking to pass. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. Oh, he's got some space. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Good news for this offense is it hasn't taken them a long time to get into a rhythm in the passing game. That's already his 100th completion on the season. Put up some big numbers this year if they keep up at this pace.
They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Rush right in his face. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. And it's incomplete. He was looking to the end zone and trying to get 6.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Making the adjustment. Just keep slinging it. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Tigers. Into the end zone for 6. They'll try to add another to their lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. From deep, it's Gibson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Comes down, it's Stockton. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
The Gators want to crank the tempo.
And on defense, you make the tackle after the catch for a first down. Now you got to go get lined up again because the offense is going fast.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5.
Brings up second down.
Jones to throw. Turns it upfield. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. And the Gators are marching down the field. They've been overwhelmed so far in this first half, but if they could muster a score, maybe a glimmer of hope.
Yeah, and I know it's been a struggle. They've been struggling this whole game, but let's get something positive going into halftime. Coaches won't yell at you as much, but they got the first down. Now let's put the pedal to the floor, go a little faster, cut into this lead.
Lucky to get it off.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Snap from the gun on third down. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down.
One thing this defense always talks about is getting off the field. Last drive, they forced the punt. Here on third down, what a great job flying to the football, getting a hit, forcing an incompletion. They may be jogging off here soon again.
Now on fourth down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. Snapped it, and he has to have it. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the fourth down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. And the Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. On play action. Move to his right. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Changing the routes with his receivers. Just going to keep it after the snap. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Wants to throw one first. Oh, pressure's coming. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Sweep. Go!
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This really has been a Jekyll and Hyde story for this quarterback. His last game out, he completed over 80% of his throws, but things just not going his way in this one. You've got to give the defense a ton of credit.
3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. From the gun, wants to pass. Escapes the pressure to his right. Touchdown, Auburn! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. On the return, it's Gibson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Jones wants to throw it. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And what a return as he takes it back to the 8. This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more before they go to the locker room. They'll try to get it in with the run. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
He'll bring it out. It's Gibson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. First play of this drive. Makes the catch. It's Ball. He's down right there. Short gain on the grab. The Gators will hustle to the line.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
1st and goal, Florida.
Run in the red zone. It's Ball. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Florida!
Florida. Number 13 in the air.
Two-point conversion attempt is on the way. They're working that left side. He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for 2 does not work out. Deep in the end zone, it's Cobb. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Off play action on first down. Stepping to the right. On the move at the 30. Hits the slide, got the first down with his feet. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. Looking for a gap. It's Croma. And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the first half. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye, that full Gator head. Let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Men, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. We start with a look at Western Kentucky taking on the Iowa Hawkeyes. And it's the Hilltoppers in an absolute fist fight with a team that has been every bit...
Oh, what vision! And there he goes! They won't get him! It's a touchdown! Here comes the two-point try. Jones to throw. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a two-point conversion. The interception was just gravy.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Motion from the wide receiver. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. Short completion on first down, and here comes 2nd and 8. Quick completion to the right. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open. Couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is a guy that, listen, we're in the second half now. He's already made plays. I know I can trust him, so I'm going to continue to feature him in this.
Makes the grab in their space. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. He makes the catch. Touchdown, Auburn! And they take it in for 6 more points. He has been unstoppable. The ultimate dual threat, positively Cam-tastic.
Yeah, and that dude was just so incredible to watch, and that's what he's putting on display. He's looking like that. Just whatever he wants to do, it's working, and this Auburn offense is cooking.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Gibson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Last time they had it, they were backed up in their own end, marched right down the field and scored, and now they'll try to do that once again. The screen, he can go. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Jones wants to throw it. Left side, it's ball. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. The Gators in the hurry up.
For you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. He wants to throw it again. Complete. That had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete, and all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Gets the back moving. Needs it here on 4th down. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Pulls it in. It's Brown. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Jones to throw. Fires to the wideout. Right side, it's Stockton. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Dangerous throw there that's knocked down and incomplete.
And if this offense wants to get back in this football game, I think they're going to see a lot of this. Defense playing a little bit more zone, conservative, great eyes on the quarterback, breaking on the football, batting the ball down. They're going to force you to throw the football down the field.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Out wide right, it's Abrams. Goes down immediately, but that's just what they needed. It'll be a first down. They want to run this quarterback. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. Play is stopped as they check on an injured Gator. I'm sure Holly will find out what's going on, and for the moment, we will step aside. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Selling the fake. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Nice job by this defense here. They didn't do a good enough job in the last drive, but, man, we got to get to the quarterback, affect him, get him in predictable situations like you did right here now on 3rd and long.
This has been the unending drive. It has gone on forever. It has chewed clock, but now it faces 3rd and long. He's brought down at the 11-yard line, and now is this 4-down territory, or will they take the chip shot field goal? They They converted fourth down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. Timeout is called, and they got it just in the nick of time before the delay of game penalty. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. They've already converted once on fourth down on this drive. They are unafraid to make everywhere 4-down territory. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Buying time to his right. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
He had nowhere to go with the football. Fourth down, he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's fourth down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. The defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a...
Wide open spaces. The 30. And he's brought down after a huge completion. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Fresh set of downs going up top. Blasted as he lets it go. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on 1st down and just about turned the thing over.
And this QB's had some success, man, throwing to the football to the end zone. Like 3 touchdown passes today. Nice job by the defense responding, right? Don't give up more big plays. Understand he's going to be aggressive and take shots.
Lets it go to the end zone. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
Good job by this defense, man. They've given up some yards and some plays on this drive, but they didn't lose focus. They stayed dedicated to what they're doing, and a great job on 3rd down, forcing the 4th down here, and hopefully the field goal attempt.
And this one is perfect. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. He'll bring it out. It's Gibson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success. And now on 2nd down for this offense. The fake and wants to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Right side, it's Ball. He steps out of bounds, and that'll be the end of quarter number 3. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So 1st down will open up the final period. Jones wants to throw it. Got his man on the outside. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the 1st down. If they're going to keep covering him like that, they're just going to keep going to him.
Yeah, and it's so hard because you want to stay back and take away the weapons outside to the wide receivers, but when this guy's going to be able to catch the football and he makes plays like this, now I'm going to have to maybe go play more man, bring a guy to him, and not let him get those open touches.
Out out wide left, it's Stockton. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Good enough for a first down.
And the Gators have this offense rolling. Gonna look downfield again. Unloads to the wideout. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Throws to the wideout. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
It's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
And back to the air on second down. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. It's Davis. Breaks into the open. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. After that huge play right back at him on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And they're able to keep him from scoring as he's guided out of bounds at the 5.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big line explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time they let him get out of bounds.
On the move. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down.
And you want consistency from your quarterback, man. You don't want the up and down. You don't want the roller coaster. And last week, man, you had the highs of highs. And now this week, just off. He's all over the place. He's not completing the ball at a high percentage. And you just want to find some middle ground and some consistency. So this
touchdown, Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. And he knocked that one right down the middle. Fielded in the end zone. It's Gibson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Ball again. Runs through the tackle. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. The Gators want to move quickly.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4-yard gains in the 1st and 2nd quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
Now inside 4 minutes to go here on 2nd down. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Here's a give to ball. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. The Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying to slip through and pick it up. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the 1st down. And the Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Really good job running the ball, getting that 1st down. Now here comes the tempo.
Still looking to his right. He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
On the ground, it's ball. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the fourth quarter, they're going to need it.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down, they've got it at the 40. Tells the run, wants to pass. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Yeah, and great job by the linebacker understanding what to do in zone coverage. I drop, I take my steps. When that quarterback's feet get set, my feet get set. I break on the football. Nice break. Way to go break that up and swat it down.
Handoff for ball. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. They've been very good at moving the chains on third down. 2 for 2 on this drive. This time they need 6. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Jones to throw. They just need a first down, but he wants more than that. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Can't hook up on the long throw, and 4th down goes by the boards for this offense.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the scoreboard. And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
No, 6-0 is great, but that's not the goal. They want to be 12-0. They want to be 14-0. They want to continue this streak as long as they possibly can. Extremely talented. Nobody's surprised, and their goals are a lot bigger than this.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports.